okay, how to start an appointment setting agency within 2023. And this is where I'm going to run through the niche you need to go into, the pricing of your service, the onboarding process, the actual service delivery process of your agency, and how to pitch it to actually differentiate in your market. Because some of you are thinking, you know, that's an offer that everyone's doing, that's an offer that's been done, but I actually disagree. I think it's an offer that has such a monetizable return on investment for your prospects that it will never die in the market. Because like I said in a past video, if we look at coaches and consultants, online service providers, or just agency owners, the main bottleneck and constraint is always going to be booking the appointments and actually the client acquisition process. So if you can come into the business and actually sort that and have 10 out of 10 service delivery, then you are always going to be needed. Okay. And this is actually an offer that I ran for several months until we kind of merged the two offers together. So the personal branding and the kind of appointment setting agency. But I'm just going to focus on the appointment setting agency side of things at the moment. I recommend you stay around if you're kind of considering this offer or you have done in the past. I'm going to break down everything you need to know. So let's get into it. Okay, so before I start, there's actually two ways you can do this agency. You can do it done with you, or you can do it done for you. Done with you services where you kind of consult your client on how to do it. You give the information, you give small implementations, but you kind of just there as a support as well as kind of giving half the system. But a done with you offer is where you completely take over your client's business and you essentially run the entire acquisition process. In my experience, we actually done the done for you process, which is probably the harder to do. So we're going to kindly mainly focus on that. And the first thing to kind of understand is who you are going after. Now, I suggest if you are starting an appointment setting agency within 2023, you go after online service business owners, you go after agency owners, and you go after coaches, consultants, because they're going to be the ones that you can really tailor down and, you know, niche down. Okay, what do I actually need to do to book these guys appointments and get used to kind of service delivering for those guys? I think that's going to be the majority of your target market. So it would be kind of stupid to do anything other than that. I know that's where a lot of appointment setting agencies are currently using and attacking right now, but it doesn't mean you can't differentiate. It doesn't mean you can't bring out a banger of a service to actually scale to 10k, 15, 30k per month with an appointment setting agency. So now let's get into how to actually service deliver. So let's say you've actually onboarded your client. The first thing that you're going to do with an appointment setting agency is actually get to know your client's offer. You need to know the pain points of your client's offer. You need to know what's worked in the past. You're going to ask them to actually run a client survey. So, asking the clients, hey, what was the biggest incentives with signing on with my offer? What was it that pushed you towards saying yes and paying the Stripe invoice? So you can actually start building up your kind of prospect, your dream prospect avatar of who they need to target in order to actually book these appointments and onboard these clients. If you don't know the best way to pitch their offer for their services, then you're not going to really run a really good appointment setting agency. The whole point is understanding the benefits, the main incentives of prospects potentially signing with your service, because then you're going to take full control of the outreach script, the follow-up process, and actually picking which acquisition channels you are going to leverage for an appointment setting agency. So step one is, get information on your client's offer, business, and already existing clients. The second thing you're going to do for an appointment setting offer is actually figure out which acquisition channels that you're going to leverage. Now you can, kind of specialize. Your agency can specialize in, Instagram outbound, or cold email outbound, or LinkedIn outbound, or, actually running paid ads for this acquisition. But you need to make that choice yourself. Which systems can you set up for? So for example, with my appointment setting offer, we leverage 3 channels. We leverage Instagram outbound, cold email, and Facebook outreach. I just want to say a quick disclaimer. If you're thinking, I can't run an appointment setting agency because I can't even book appointments for myself, you don't realize that you have an actual budget. When your client pays you a monthly retainer, obviously that's not going to be entirely profit margin. So you actually could be able to invest that money into booking your client appointments. You're not just going to use your current skill level to book appointments, and you're going to get gradually better and better at it. So let's actually focus on Instagram outbound. For Instagram outbound, you're going to need to either use your client's your client's account for outbound prospecting, which then you install an appointment setter you've ideally trained. So, the training principles for an appointment setter is, understanding offer, lead sourcing, the messages / conversation flow, and just overall training them in sales and, time and efficiency. So you actually get appointment setters that can do bits for your client. The second thing you're going to do if you want to scale Instagram outbound, which is actually what we done for our clients, is built an aged account for our clients, made made him send us a Google Drive folder over, which was just a bunch of content that we can optimize the profile with, and then install the VA to actually outbound prospect on those accounts. We took, complete control of the outreach script, the follow-ups, whether we request a VSL. Obviously, we had to consult the client on actually building out his evergreen VSL, and consulting on how to build out a personalized VSL, which is a little value incentive you can actually build in within your offer to increase the value of your offer. So that's a nice little mechanism to add in. But overall, it's just taking control of the Instagram outbound process. Obviously, we had the outreach tracking sheet as well, so we could track all the data we were actually delivering and doing for our clients, and we could show him, hey, so we booked these appointments, etc., and actually deliver out a really good service. This is exactly the same with Facebook. You can leverage the Facebook groups as a team. So this is what you're going to have to do as a team. You're going to have to decide, okay, who do we want to target on Facebook? Who's our dream prospect avatar, which you should have done in the onboarding process, and go from there. Now, the third thing we do is actually build out a cold email system for our clients. To actually build out an effective cold email system, you're going to need automation. You're going to need softwares. I see so many people trying to send manual cold emails, and I'm like, bro, you are just wasting your time. Like, it's just such a waste of time doing this. So you need to actually be able to build out, spend the money, invest the money into an email automation software. So back in the day for our clients, we were actually leveraging Lemlist. I swear there's so many other different cold email automation softwares nowadays with building with AI and stuff. So there's probably better options than Lemlist out there. But at the time, that's what myself, my business partner, and my team decided to leverage to actually build out the cold email system for our clients. And it was exactly the same thing. Finding which leads are the best for our clients, building out the outreach script, the follow-up system, and then having that converting evergreen VSL and personalized VSL for our clients while they sat back and simply just done their thing. Okay, so once you've actually sorted the acquisition process for your clients, you built the cold email system, you built the Instagram outbound system, you built the Facebook outbound system. Now it's about actually building out your client a inbound lead generation funnel that he can leverage for the rest of his online marketing career, if you will. Because back in the day with appointment setting agencies, they were very one-dimensional. They were very straightforward. But if I was to actually start again with building an appointment and setting agency and scaling it to 10, 15, 20K per month, I would actually add in a mechanism where I consult my client on how to build inbound lead generation. So this would be building a personal brand on Instagram, maybe boosting specific posts. There's so many little things you can kind of consult and mechanisms you can build out within your appointment setting offer to make it really, really, really valuable. And this is actually going to bring back so much monetizable return on investment for your clients if you actually build this out properly, and which is going to make this a very, very scalable offer. The one thing that people are struggling with right now within like a short form content offer, where it's like, yeah, cool, you're doing the short form content, but it's like, are they seeing any monetizable return on investment? Whereas an appointment setting offer done right, because guys, you need to do offers right, okay, can be so powerful. Because like if you book your client 10 appointments, 15 appointments in a month, and he has 50% closing rate, he has benefited off of your service. And now doing the thing that I'm telling you as well, so having a done for you part where you run the client acquisition, the cold email, the Instagram outbound, the Facebook outbound, but also consulting your client on inbound lead generation as well, maybe running a few paid ads here and there. I don't know, there's so many things you can do within this offer, and you can actually build out a very, very successful appointment setting agency. Let's look at the employees you're actually going to have to hire for this to be possible. Okay, you're going to have to employ the appointment setter to actually go and book the appointments and go into the system. You may need a second VA for the cold email, but you're going to need the email automation software. You're going to need maybe a media buyer if you're running paid ads on Instagram, and kind of doing paid acquisition for your client as well. Because imagine an offer where, okay, cool, you run the client acquisition on outbound, so cold email, Instagram, Facebook. You also consult them on how to generate inbound leads, but then you also run paid acquisition campaigns for your clients and actually build this out to be like a 4K per month offer, but you actually bring that monetizable value back to your client. And this is how you're going to start and scale a successful appointment setting agency within 2023. I actually think this is a really, really powerful offer, like I said, because it can never go out of demand. You're always going to be needed. And if you build it right by building maybe your personal brand or just running paid ads and and actually signing these clients on, you're going to start, building a real skill. And that's another thing with an appointment setting offer. It's like, okay, let's say if it fails, which if you do what I've said there, it probably shouldn't, and work really hard for 6 months, it won't fail. But you have the highest leverage skill. You have learned so much about appointment setting, and actually the main bottleneck and constraint with many online service business owners. So that's kind of the action plan I'm giving to you if you want to start and scale an appointment setting agency within 2023. Come up with your own creative ideas, but that's just a few ideas that I would have just from the get-go. If I was to really sit down and really think, how can I scale this? How can I make this different? Then I'd probably come up with new ideas. But that's it. That's all I've got for you today. If you haven't added me on Instagram, it's lukejackson.mx. Add me on Instagram and get in the agency network, free Discord. There's a free course in there as well that you guys still don't really watch because you're lazy as hell. But get in there, watch the free course, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.